Greetings, Health Scholars, and welcome back to the Health Scholars channel. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. My name is Dr. Orobosa, and on this channel, I show current and aspiring healthcare professionals how to 1. Quickly and successfully earn their degrees, and 2. How to start, build, and enjoy profitable careers within the business side of the healthcare industry. So definitely subscribe to the channel and turn on your post notifications. I post videos frequently, so you don't want to miss out. Now, today's conversation is all about why this particular question, how do I land a healthcare administration job? It's not the best question to ask as an active job seeker. But before I jump into the conversation for today, here's a few words from our sponsor. Do note that today's episode is sponsored by my course, which is titled From Healthcare Graduate to Hired. I'm so proud of this course, and I know that this is the course that you need if you are an active job seeker wanting to acquire a job in the healthcare space, particularly a non-clinical healthcare job. In this course, I walk you through my 5-step strategy on how to go from active job seeker to hired, as well as I talk about things that people are not necessarily sharing with you on how to acquire a job in a digital era, because right now we are in a digital era, and many people, when you're looking for jobs, you're looking for these healthcare jobs online. So how do you navigate that process so that it is successful in helping you getting hired? Also in the course, you get a chance to work with me and the other students in the course. I review your resume and other job hunting documents. We work together on creating your personalized job hunting plan, because once again, the ultimate goal is to get hired. So definitely check out the course. You can sign up by accessing the link in the description box, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side. All right, so we are back, and as I stated, today we're going to talk about why this particular question, as you see with the big X on it, is not the best question to ask as an active job seeker. Now, do know, when we say healthcare administration, this is a very much an umbrella term that is used to describe many non-clinical and business-focused healthcare positions. And as a result, when you're trying to find jobs by only using the term healthcare administration, it can be very limiting to your job search. So if you are a person who possesses a wealth of knowledge and skills, you could probably work in a variety of different healthcare administration roles. Keep that in mind. So instead of asking this question on how to land a healthcare administration job, really, you should ask, how do I land a specific job position under the healthcare administration umbrella? Now, you may be saying, well, I'm new to the industry, or I'm pivoting into the industry. I don't know all of the roles in the different areas under the healthcare administration umbrella. I will definitely tell you, if that is your case, you need to start researching, looking at different articles, and going to websites like LinkedIn and just put it in healthcare and see the different type of titles that come up. And you can put business of healthcare jobs, healthcare administration jobs, because I'm not saying to cancel the term, but I am saying by asking the question of how do I land a healthcare administration job only, it's very limiting to you as an active job seeker. The goal for you is that you want to get hired, and you want to get hired in the healthcare administration space. And actually, there's a comment on one of the videos where the young lady stated, as she watches the video, she said that she works in a mental health facility, and she, is trying to get her years of experience, but she's looking to be somewhere else. And I feel like if you have at least a year of experience under your belt, you have the opportunity to now pivot and explore other job opportunities. It's all about word choice and how well you package your skills on your job hunting documents, like your resume, how well you interview. So I encourage you, go take my course, because in my course, I show you how to navigate the job hunting process, even in the digital era. But back to the video's purpose, you should ask, how do I land a specific job position? So for example, how do I land a healthcare analyst position? How do I land a practice management position? Those are the questions that you should be asking those people who may be in spaces to help you acquire a job. When you're networking, because by now we know that acquiring a job in the healthcare space requires a bit of networking. And it's not to say it's the only thing that you need to do, but networking is ideal. And so when you're trying to ask somebody or tell them that, hey, I'm looking for employment, say for example, you're speaking with a recruiter, you should be very specific on what type of role you want to work in. And that takes research, it takes guidance, it takes strategy, but a part of it is how we're even positioning ourselves out there for jobs to find us and for us to find jobs. So keep that in mind. So when you're asking the role, it needs to be be specific, roles that can be researched, and they're industry driven. That's ideal. You have to be specific. To say health administration is a big umbrella, and do note, health administration is interchangeably used with several terms. Some terms that come to my mind is healthcare management, medical administration, health services administration, and these are all umbrella terms to describe the influx of roles that operate under that space. So you need to be specific. Conducting research is key. You're not in this space where you can say, I don't know, so there's no help. No. If you really want to get hired, you got to put the pedal to the metal and start reaching out, start researching. And of course, being a part of this community is a great first step. And then networking is key, because to get a job these days, post-pandemic, it's all about strategy, and more strategy. It's tough out there. I'm not saying it's easy, but look at Google. They just laid off a whole bunch of people who've been there 16, 15 years. So I know it's challenging out there. But one thing that you can take assurance in is that unlike Google can close shop today, and we still have search engines like Firefox, Internet Explorer. But the healthcare industry, if it closed, we got out for the count. Our maker has come to receive us. God is here. Okay, it is an industry that is always in demand. And because we're in the business of serving patients at their greatest point of need, there is room for you in the healthcare space. So I don't want to give you a false hope. Absolutely not. But I'm telling you what I know. And you can also check platforms like the Bureau of Labor Statistics and all of these different other health publications and blogs that tell you, credible blogs, by the way, that tells you that healthcare employment is in demand and is expected to grow. In the next couple of slides, I'm going to give you a few tips to be able to ask the specific question. So here we go. Tip number 1. In order to be able to know which healthcare role you want to work in or roles you want to work in, you have to assess your current interests, your skills, and your expertise. What areas of the healthcare administration area are you interested in? Are you interested in finance? Are you interested in legal and compliance? Are you interested in quality? Are you interested in office management? Are you interested in telehealth? Are you interested in emergency response? Are you interested in research? Like I'm just trying to explain to you that term healthcare administration, just starting from a vague space, is a good starting point, but it won't take you far without you having the clear understanding of what type of roles you want to look for. When you type in the job search boards, you shouldn't only just type healthcare administration, because there are some roles that says healthcare administrator, but you going to find more roles with the specific title. And if you work with recruiters have specific vectors that they recruit for. And the vector just means job titles that they recruit for. So tip number 2, you want to research job specific titles. Just Google is there for you. So we hope Google doesn't go out of business, because I use it as the preferred browser. But LinkedIn is there for you. Speaking to people is there for you. Tip number 3, speak to people in the field. Then tip number 4, rinse and repeat until you're hired. Speak with people, research job titles, assess your skills, your interests on a consistent basis. Use industry-specific key terms. Rinse and repeat until you get hired. And do note, the job hunting process is a job within itself. And I really just want to be transparent with you right now, because many people are like, oh, I have a lot going on. Then you really don't want the job, okay? Sometimes, because I believe in God, sometimes you can be minding your business and jobs come your way. It has happened to me on several occasions, and other things come your way, because that's the power of my God. But other times, it's going to require you to put some practical application to get to the goal, which if your goal is to get hired in the healthcare space, then you have to take the steps to work on achieving that goal. And sometimes God waits for us to say, hey, okay, I'm going to see what you do, because action is imperative. So I just hope this is really helpful you, but do know the job hunting process is not a light work, especially in these days. You got to put a little work in order to achieve that end goal. But of course, we know that with the right tools, with the right strategy and resources and patience, it will really help you go from active job seeker to hired. So I hope this information is helpful to you. I want to thank you once again for watching this video. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and make sure to share this with someone who you know is needing this information. And until the next